We're here with Luxury Daily's editor-in-chief, Mickey Alam Khan, and editorial assistant, Peter Fincaro, and they're going to be discussing the recent news with LVMH and Hermes.
Great, thank you, Rachel. Peter, you're working on this story about how, LVMH went and, upped their stake in Hermes, and I remember a few weeks ago, was it a few months ago, LVMH went and made this announcement that they've bought 17.1% of Hermes, and now you find out that they've got another 3%, and the CEO of LVMH says he's not interested in a seat on the Hermes board. But does that am I missing something there? If you're the largest shareholder and you don't want a seat on the board?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something else going on right now. Bernard Arnault, the founder, chairman, and CEO of LVMH, he's now the largest individual holder in Hermes. In addition, there's been a lot of chatter from the Hermes clan. They're just livid at what's going on. They're very adamant in maintaining family control of the company. So much so, in fact, that they went to try and create a holding company to make it so that if anyone in the family wanted to sell their shares, they would have to offer it to the holding company first. I think it's helpful to look to history in this instance, because if you look at 1999, LVMH made a play for Gucci Group, and it was highly publicized and kind of a cutthroat battle. In that instance, Bernard Arnault did seek to become a member of the board of Gucci Group. LVMH was rebuffed, and Gucci Group ended up getting bought by PPR. I think that they're going for more, I don't know, I would say measured, but they're being more sly about it this time. I think I think with history in mind. That would be my analysis.
Great, but obviously, if you're a 20% shareholder, you're also probably at some point going to have a say in the way the company runs, simply because it's your investment in the company, and you don't become the largest single shareholder in a company to become the largest single silent shareholder.
Right.
You see, and obviously Hermes is such a storied, historic brand, and they're fiercely proud about their independence. You wrote about that trust they were supposed to form, right? Did they form that trust?
They've announced their intention to form the holding company, but it's still under review. The AMF, which is the French regulatory board, is still reviewing it because there are certain issues with their formation of the company. It depends on an interpretation of events such that her family has maintained de facto control over the company since it went public.
Now, look, in the United States, you don't have this issue, more or less. You still have family holding companies, but they're pretty much minority shareholders even if it's a public corporation, they still control the company, and yet they're minority shareholders, and this issue of quality control doesn't seem to be a serious issue here. Why should after all, this is the 21st century. Why should the Hermes founders' families worry about the future of Hermes when LVMH has basically secured every other luxury brand that pretty much went broke?
Right. It's an interesting industry, and there are a whole lot of dynamics at play beyond even just cut and dry profits and loss. There are issues of heritage and legacy, and issues of you have these family histories that are at the very core. There are creation myths surrounding companies like Hermes, and Hermes, the company, it is one of the last remaining. It is probably the most high profile of the remaining independent family-owned luxury companies, and I think that there is a vested interest among the family in maintaining that independence.
Indeed, and it's funny because Hermes itself bought John Lobb, which is probably the most prestigious cobbler, or I'd say footwear manufacturer, and I mean their shoes retail for thousands and thousands of dollars, and that was a family-run concern, and Hermes went and bought it. But I mean, I look at LVMH and we forget that Bernard Arnault is the largest shareholder of LVMH, and he too has a family that basically is helping him run this business. So I mean, I'm curious to see. I mean, isn't there some irony in this that it's basically one family seeking control of another
Right.
family's heritage or product or whatever?
I mean, I think it's basically just you look at what it really comes down to is you look at Bernard Arnault, and he is one of the wealthiest men in the world, and he has done it exactly using these sorts of tactics. Buying up all of these incredibly valued, historied, family gems of luxury companies, and he's also has this reputation for being very cutthroat, but also a very savvy businessman. And this isn't just an issue of it's not run of the mill corporate rating that's going on here. This is incredibly strategic what's going on, and it's not likely to play itself out in a matter of months. This is a long play, and we won't see how it resolves itself for some time.
Excellent. I mean, I just hope that that whatever happens, that Hermes continues to make those beautiful ties and scarves. Gus. All right. Thanks a lot, Peter.
Thank you.
Thank you.